So right now, you're sitting there with your friends, all bored and you have no idea what to play. Well, my dear viewer, you are very lucky today, since I'm going to be showing you 20 ROBLOX games to play with your friends. And listen, I really want to make this video fun to watch, so how about we also start rating the games based on how fun they are to play with your buddies. And of course, to save your time, I will be doing it all under 7 minutes. So let's start, shall we?
Oh my god! Dude, what is this place? I don't know, man.
Well then, I guess it's time to start some adventure games. The first game on our list is going to be ROBLOX 64, where you have to run around various maps collecting player points in order to progress further in the game. You can dash, dive, stomp the hell out of your enemies, and much more. There's no particular objective, so I'll give it a 4 out of 10. What if my friends are stupid and they want to cause an explosion? Well, I think I have a game just for you. The second game on our list will be a horror game. A really cool game about working in a certain facility where you have to maintain a nuclear reactor by properly cooling it, adjusting power as needed, and definitely not trying to cause an explosion. Oh. Yeah, as you can see, you can cause the reactor to explode, and then the entire server can either work together as a team to prevent the disaster, or you guys can just worsen up the situation. It's up to you. The game is actually quite fun to play with friends, so I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Okay, can we please get something interesting? The third game on our list will be Salon Engine Demo.
Oh, hell yeah!
It's another game inspired by Mario, but this time you play as this little guy collecting stars across all the different levels. There's nothing special about this game besides the cool graphics and a very smooth movement system. Considering it is only a test for an upcoming game, I'd give this a 5 out of 10. The fourth game on our list is Tiny Wheels. Here you have to select 1 out of 5 available cars and race your friends to the end of the map. It does sound simple, and it actually is, but the drifting system here is very satisfying, giving you a lot of control over how you drive. The game is very simple, and for that reason it gets a 5 out of 10. Can you tell them about our Discord server? No. The fifth game on our list is going to be Average Play Game. It's game, by the way! When did I ask? This game you have to avoid many different and random disasters on various maps, and trust me, it is extremely hard, especially in higher difficulties. This game will get a rating of 6 out of 10. It doesn't have any specific features for friends, but if you get more than 2 of them on a server, it's going to be very fun watching them die in a fire. And how about you count how many times I said friends in this video? Oh. The sixth game on our adventure list is going to be ROBLOX Party. In this game you have to roll a dice and walk a certain path on the map. The place on which you stop decides what you have to do. You can get free coins, a punishment, or initiate a fun minigame that will make everyone fight each other to death. The problem with this game is that this game requires more than 4 people to actually be fun and engaging, but I'll still give it an 8 out of 10. It's a great game to play with a group of friends. What if I want to kill children? What? Well, you know, no, whatever. Seventh game on our adventure list is Where's the Baby? In this game you must select a team of either a parent or a baby and do your tasks. Babies must try to, let's just say unalive themselves using different items and appliances scattered throughout the house, and parents must prevent them from doing it by saving them from death. This game gets a rating of 9 out of 10. Eighth and the final game on our adventure list is Blocktail. I am legally obligated to put this as one of the best adventure ROBLOX games, especially when it comes to playing this with friends. In this game you must take on a role of an adventurer who has to get all of the ROBLOX's iconic swords to save the world. You do so by defeating multiple villains, but what's best, however, is a very detailed party system that allows for all of your friends to keep up the same pace, meaning nobody will be left out of battle. And you know what else is left out? The subscribe button, so go click it, okay? Thank you. Guys, don't click on it! Oh, shut up! For that, I must crown this game as one of the kings of adventure games, and give it a rating of 10 out of 10. You might be done with adventure games at this point, so how about we do some spooky games? Dude, shut up. Oh, my bad. Also, if Marie's brother is watching this, then happy birthday. But, let's get back to the video. The first horror game we have is Nightwatch, a really cool game about a team of up to 4, I think, people getting hired on a night watch duty, where they have to perform various tasks such as to move boxes, refill printers, fix computers, and more, all while trying to avoid many dangers that lurk within this office. The game heavily relies on teamwork, and it is next to impossible to actually play it alone, and the game itself is actually very well done, so it gets an 8 out of 10. The second horror game we have is Surreal Game Find. It's not exactly a horror game by itself, because here you will select a random game out of literally thousands of horrors and surreal games available, and go through the portal to get into that game. Because this is not really a game by itself, and instead basically a game of luck, I have to give this game a 7 out of 10. The third horror game we have is Don't Mind Us. In this game you must defend your house from the intruding monsters by checking in on them once in a while, and it does sound simple, but you also have to do it all while playing a video game on your console. A good part about this game is how it has a multiplayer support of up to 8 people, so this is why the game gets a rating of 8 out of 10. Fourth horror game we have is SCP-087, The Stairwell. In this game you must quite literally go down countless flights of stairs. That sounds boring! It's all good until you meet something that resides within the shadows of this building, especially when your flashlight battery is limited and the flashlight itself is quite honestly terrible, but it's not so bad. You're gonna have friends with you on your journey, making the entire experience much better. This game is a walking simulator, but it's an interesting one, so it gets an 8 out of 10 once again. The fifth game we have is Ghostly Manor. In this game you must get your friends and go into the haunted mansion, and your mission is quite simple. Catch all of the ghosts who reside in randomly generated rooms that can literally be anything. This game is actually magnificent with a group of friends, so if you have them, feel free to consider this game as a 9 out of 10. Okay. I swear to God, will you shut up? The sixth game we have is 21, a game that can either grow your friendship with someone or end it entirely, as you you have to kill your friend in order to win. You can do so by matching your cards up to number 21. Whoever is closest to it wins, so if I had a 5 and my friend had a 20, my friend would win and I would get mauled by a chainsaw. It's a really fun game with high stakes and it has good graphics, so for that I must give it a 9 out of 10. The 7th and the final horror game we have is Pressure. Here you must go through an underwater laboratory, gathering money as usual, but you also have a ton of monsters to avoid that can literally get you anywhere. So I have to give Pressure a rating of 10 out of 10. If you don't like the horror game, so you just skip this and go up until this part, then I have some fighting games for you. The first one we have is Hellgriever Arena, a game that plays exactly like Doom 2016, though here you have to kill other people and not demons, as your friends are like that. This game isn't really that good, since it doesn't really have any gameplay variety, so I have to give this game a 6 out of 10. The second fighting game we have is Armored Patrol, an extremely good fighting game about a war between Red and Blue Team. Both of them must get on a variety of armored vehicles, ranging from simple cars to actual tanks and helicopters, and fight to capture points all across the map. Because this game is very simple but also fun, I'll have to give this a 7 out of 10. Aren't you gonna tell them about our Discord server? Well, I mean, they can join to get a chance to appear in the video, but whatever. The third fighting game we have is Chaos at Bistro, a really nice fighting game about an all-out brawl in the bar. It's literally a fight for your survival, so you have to utilize everything, including chairs, throwing bottles, using weapons, and much more. This game has a lot of variety in terms of game modes and an ungodly number of ways to kill people, so for that, this game gets an 8 out of 10. And by the way, we're getting very close to the #1 fighting game on Roblox, so stay watching. The fourth fighting game we have is Illusions, a cool randomizer fighting game where you have to spawn in a variety of maps and game modes with 3 random weapons from all games and media you can possibly think of. This game is somewhat fun to play with your friends, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Dude, where's the best fighting game on Roblox? Have some patience, boy, because we're gonna be talking about combat initiation. Well, yeah, that's so cool. Okay. It recently got an update, and it is one of the best fighting games on Roblox about slaying countless waves of enemies with a big variety of weapons, be it a simple sword or a katana to hack and slash everything in your way. This game is actually mainly teamwork based. You can play with up to 6 people, has a great gameplay and a very nice style to it, so I have to give it a 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing. If you disagree with my opinion or want to add your own game here, write it down in the comments. I'll be make sure to reply to every single one of them.